Hello all, as the name suggests, this is going to be a Cyber Dragon deck profile. I built this deck, I've had it for quite a while. You've seen in my previous video, I bought 3 of the sets, I've had 3 of each. I've mucked around it, had different builds. This is the build I find, for me personally, is the most consistent, as I believe Cyber Dragons are built to try and win the game as fast as possible. So please do keep that in mind as I go through it. So, straight off, Cyber Dragon. 3. It's up to you on 2, but 3 I find better as it is heavy rank 5 in some fusions. You can special summon it if you control non-monsters and your opponents do. 21 attack, 16 defense. Great for exceeding and just good all around. There's many combos you can do with it as well in this build. Next, 3 core. Another monster I do recommend highly free of this. On the field and in graveyard it's treated as Cyber Dragon. When it is normal summoned, you can add any cyber spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. You can only use that effect once per turn, I believe. Also, if you control no monsters and your opponents do, and this in your graveyard, you can banish it, special summon 1 Cyber Dragon from your deck. So you can special summon Cyber Dragon, another core, it's got Cyber Dragon, Cyber Drill, all that sort of stuff. So it's great. You want to try and get in your graveyard kind of quickly. And also it's a machine dupe target as well, as it's got 400 attack. So if you machine dupe, you summon 2 Cyber Dragons, not 2 cores, as it's treated Cyber Dragon. But if they Phoenix chain it, then it's core, then you get 2 cores, but I'll explain a bit more of that when we come to them. Next, 1, 2, 3 drill. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but I call it drill. Well, not too much to say on this. When this guy is normal summoned, you can choose to make all Cyber Dragon monsters on the field level 5. If you do that, you can only special summon machine monsters that turn. So that will explain some of the other cards you'll see. And if it is banished, means you can target 1 Cyber Dragon on the field and it can't be destroyed. I think only to the end turn though, so. Valley, I won't go into that, most people should already quite know what Valley does. Also a machine dupe target. Then we run just a couple of standards. Because you banish everything, and get quite powerful, and he sends everything to the grave, which is quite handy. Mill top 3, so you can get core in the grave. Same reason for these, just defense. Can find quite handy along with those. Just the speed. Up the next little bunch. Ghost ship, banish 1 light monster from your graveyard to special summon it. It's a level 5, so you can normal summon Cyber Dragon. Special summon Cyber Dragon. Then banish 1. Say you use Card Trooper. You got 1 light in the grave. Banish that light, special summon that. You're at rank 5 already. Honest. Then goes self-explanatory. And that's it for the monsters. Onto spells. I run 2 repair plants, not 3. I find 3 to be quite cloggy, but it is a good spell. If you've got Cyber Dragon in your graveyard, you can add 1 light machine monster from your deck to your hand, or you can target 1 light machine monster in your graveyard and return it to your deck. If you got, let's see, is it 3 or 5? Nope, 3. If you have 3 or more Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, you can activate both effects. So naturally, you target the monster in your graveyard, you target the monster in your deck, you get the search from the deck first, and then the target in the grave goes into your deck, I believe. Right, I run 3 power bonds. This is where it gets its speed up, so you can just do power bond, just hit him really hard, and just cause as much damage as freaking possible. It can only be used for machines, so actually in this deck it's pretty ideal. It doubles that machine monster's attack points, the fusion one, but you do take damage at the end turn equal to its original, so it does have a backlash, but it's worth it. 2 soul charge. I think everyone knows what this does. There are 2 machine dupes. If you've got a monster, target 1 monster on the 1 face-up machine monster on your field with 500 attack or less, and send special summon multiple copies of that from your deck. So core, you can get 2 Cyber Dragons, or if they finish it, get 2 more cores. And same with Valley, you can just get other Valleys out. So draw power, exceed, search, everything. A 2 Forbidden Lance, just so if you do power bond, you push the game, they activate something, you activate this if my monster's immune from your magic trap cards. And the rest is pretty standard. 1 day piece to help stop the effect of power bond, so you can go into your attack, main phase 2, 1 day piece, won't take no damage from power bond. But great little loophole card there. instant fusion just to go into those ranks 5s faster. Send core to the grave if foolish. Get everything banished to get that fortress. Chimeratech. I will get my names right. Chimeratech over Dragon now. Yep, and then you're setting yourself up for another combo. And level 2 removal, again, push for game. Spells. Traps, this would be very easy. Oh, you got 4, so there you go. That's all I've got trap card wise. 2 Raw Decrees, so they just can't activate traps, end off for the whole door. And I've got 2 Cyber Networks, so if I do Overload Fusion with this on the field, banish all the cards I want from my graveyard, summon out Chimeratech Over Dragon. Chimeratech Over Dragon pops this effect activates. You get special summon as many like machine monsters back from your banished pile as possible. So you just set your banished pile up with Overload, and as part of this, you can't have a battle phase that turn though when this is destroyed. But you've just set yourself up so you can go into number 61, any rank 5 exceed really. Just anything you wanted. You don't really want to fuse though. Alright, then we got the extras. Gachi. This is for when that Venus chain I mentioned a few times comes up on core, because having 3 cores on field ain't exactly the best idea. So they Venus chain or breakthrough skillet. Alright, fair enough. I overlay 2 and go Gachi. All my monsters now gain 400 attack and defense, and this guy takes 3 hits to destroy. This is a great way to stop him. Unless they book a moon your core, then you can't bug it. Then we're coming into rank 5s. We got the Cyber Dragon Novas. Then beyond that, it's just Sharp, Volcanic, and let me try and get that all into the same picture. There we go. But yeah, you can just run, it's me, whatever rank 5 you want. These are the ones I've been trying out, it seems most effective. I recommend to get this wind up because as you can only special on the machine monsters when you use Gel effect, he's also a machine, so he makes a very good target, especially if you don't want to go to Nova. As the deck's primary light, he's pretty ideal. When network activates, 61 is often the better option. But yeah, generally it's pretty steady. The main rank 5s personally I would recommend would be those 5 there. They're the main ones I would highly recommend if you're just starting to build a deck. Try and get those first. One of the cards I run because it's quite good in the set. 2 Paracroids. This is what I use instant fusion with, and plus I power bond with it too, because this can attack your opponent directly. With 16, power bond makes that 32. So then if you level to remove that on top of it, 64 direct. So this is great to try and push the game if you need to, and it just really annoys your opponent like hell, because they don't want to really waste their card on it, but at the same time they can't afford to take that many direct hits, so that's just really quite fun to use on them. And like I said, Drill can't special summon set machines, so instant fusion this, you're fine. You can go to your next 5 machines easier. Then we got Fortress and Chimeratech, pretty standard. 2 Twins and Cyber End. And self-explanatory all there. Cyber End only really for the effect of Nova. You can power bond it if you want, but you're really better off not. Then of course these guys goes fuse your cores and drills and cyber dragons together, power bonds, make it 56, can attack twice, push for game easy. That's generally how the deck works. But yeah, it is a good deck, it's quite fun to run. Like I said, I've kind of reached the end of it. I can't think of any more ways I can upgrade it unless we get more machine support, but I haven't heard or seen anything that screams at me, so this is kind of the end of the Cyber Dragons for me, but I do recommend this build. It's pretty fun, it's quite consistent too, surprisingly. As there's low traps, you're pretty much guaranteed to draw at least the search engines and the ways to special summon them back. Card Trooper, this card very recommended for it, as it does set your graveyard up, especially when it comes to Soul Charge and Cores and Necroguard. But yeah, let me know what you think, if there's anything you would personally change about it, but yeah, I find it, Cyber Dragons are a fun deck to use, and I highly recommend it to anyone out there. So this is Sean Birch 92 saying, take care and keep up the fight.